Hey guys, sorry about the weird lighting. It's raining right now, so it's kind of dark-ish outside. But I don't know, I just kind of wanted to film this in the car. And if you haven't noticed yet, this is not my car. I'm going to explain that, but you probably saw from the title already. Yeah, I was in a car accident. It's been a crazy week, guys. Let me just explain the accident and what has happened since then. Today is 1 week since it happened, and yeah, a lot has been going on. So basically, this week's video was supposed to be so different. This week's video was going to be giving my car the best day of its life. If you guys remember, or if you follow me on Instagram, you might remember I posted on my story asking you guys to help me name my car because I wanted to do a video and I wanted a name for my car. I just thought that would be fun. So a lot of you guys responded, and my favorite one was from my friend Rissy, and she said I should call it Dory, and she put the little gif where Dory is looking at the sign and was like, escape. And I don't know why I thought that was hilarious, and there's a whole like inside joke between me and Adam's friends with them calling me Dory and all that. So anyways, it was the perfect name, so I named my car Dory, and I was ready to film my video. Last Tuesday night, my parents asked me to babysit Gabs while they went to dinner or something, and I said yes, so I was gonna have Gabs in the video with me. It was gonna be a good video. But what happened was, as I was leaving work, Adam and I took separate cars to work that day because he had basketball practice after work. So when we were leaving, I turned right and he turned left to go to practice. So literally 2 seconds after I turned right off of the street where our work is, I was passing this Chinese restaurant bar place. As I was driving past the restaurant, there was someone sitting in the parking lot getting ready to pull out to turn left. They looked right and to make sure they were clear or whatever, and never looked my way and just decided to accelerate, and I had no time to stop, so I hit them. And that was one of the scariest things I've ever been through. Oh gosh. And I'm gonna try not to get emotional because it's really like, I'm okay, but it was very scary. My car, I think when I hit them, I can't remember everything. I know I went to hit the brake and try to hit the horn to warn them or something, but it was already too late at that point. I wasn't able to brake, and I think I might have tried to swerve or something, but anyways, my car kind of hit them and then spun, so we both ended up like this way in the road. The front end of my driver's side was all smashed in. Airbag went off. As far as their car, I kind of saw it the day of, but mostly I saw the pictures from the police report and stuff. Their driver door was all dented in, and I think their front tire was like smushed in or something like that. I don't know. I'll show you guys pictures of all that. But so basically what happened after that is we crashed, and I saw this guy that he saw the whole thing happen. He got out of his car, went and checked on the two ladies that were in the other car. Then he came over because he saw me like freaking out in the car because I felt like I couldn't breathe. He came over and opened my door and helped me out. And then as he was helping me out, another lady who saw the whole thing, she was parked in the parking lot, and she ran over and helped me to her car and had me sit in her front seat while we waited for the police and the ambulance and all them to get there. So I'm so glad that those two were there to help me because I literally had no idea. I was sitting in the car like after it happened. Literally in my mind I had no idea what I was doing, no idea what to do. And it's weird because like I've always imagined like what would I do if I got into a car accident, like I should probably do this and this and this. And when it actually happened, everything was gone. I had no idea what to do. I just was freaking out. Did this really happen? What just happened? It was the weirdest thing. So I'm so glad that that guy was there to help me get out of the car, and that lady was there to guide me over to her car, and she was super helpful and comforting, and I'm just so glad she was there. But at the same time, it was so scary. Like what happened was so scary, but also just being surrounded by strangers and like not knowing what to do was very scary as well. And I'm so glad that like 2 seconds later after I sat in that lady's car, some of my coworkers started showing up because some of them go the same way I do to get home. So they saw what happened, or not, they didn't see what happened, but they were close enough that like right after it happened, they pulled up, noticed it was my car, saw me sitting there, and came up to be there for me. And I'm so so grateful that they were there because it was so nice to see some familiar faces after all that. And yeah, it was just crazy. Both of our cars were blocking the whole road, and I remember sitting there feeling bad that we were blocking all this traffic. Like, people were lined up, and it was during rush hour, so it's like, it was so bad. There was so many cars lined up, and so I was sitting in the parking lot, and my coworkers started trying to direct traffic and stuff. So they were trying to direct them like through the parking lot to get around, and I just remember like sitting there and people driving through like staring at me and staring at my car, and I felt so bad. Anyways, I don't know who called the cops. I know somebody did because I remember hearing someone saying they were calling the police, but I called Adam, and he answered just as he was getting to the Boys and Girls Club for his basketball practice, and he was like, "Hey, just got here, what's up?" And I'm like, "So I was just in a car accident. I'm okay. My car is not okay. Can you just please come here?" And he was like, "Okay, yeah, where are you?" I'm like, "I just left work. I'm in the Chinese restaurant parking lot." So he's like, "Okay, let me just tell them that I can't be here and I'll leave." So about like 15 to 20 minutes later, he shows up. Then around the same time, I think the ambulance and the cops and I think some fire trucks all showed up too. And it just got so overwhelming. Like, everyone, like the cops were there asking me questions. The EMT were asking me questions. The lady who helped me to her car was still like trying to help and talk to me. And it was, oh my goodness, it was a little overwhelming. So anyways, the EMT came over and checked me out. All I had was a few scratches and bruises. Other than that, the impact from the airbag and then my seatbelt like really like bruised my chest, and like, well, not visibly bruised, like I had a bruise from the seatbelt that's starting to go away, but it was, you could see the seatbelt. Otherwise, you couldn't see like where the airbag hit me, but I could feel it. It hurts so bad. I kept telling them like, my chest hurts, I can't breathe. So the EMT said that they were gonna take me to the hospital. So I had my first ride in an ambulance. They put me on a gurney and everything and rolled me over and up into the ambulance, and there were so many people like staring. And so anyways, I'm in the ambulance and she asked for my information, all that, and then the lady was super nice talking to me the whole way there, because every time she like paused and was like writing something in the computer or whatever, I started to think about it again and just wanted to cry. And so she'd start talking to me again, and she was just super, super nice. By the time we got to the hospital, she knew pretty much my whole life story, but she kept me distracted, which was awesome. So yeah, I get to the hospital. The emergency room was crazy, so they had to put me in the hallway for a bit. Adam had called my mom and my dad, so they came with Gabs, and Adam showed up at the hospital. Eventually they got me into a room and they did like an EKG. They took me to do a CAT scan. Everything checked out fine. They just wanted to, you know, make sure I was okay, make sure my chest wasn't anything more serious. So everything turned out okay with that, and they let me go, and that was that. So that whole night was just crazy. So when they let me go, it was funny because Adam had his big truck there, and he had to like help like lift me into the truck because it's so tall and I like couldn't move. I couldn't, you know, do too much because my chest hurt so bad. So he had to like lift me up into the truck, and we went home. I think we picked up Chick-fil-A on the way home because I was really hungry at that point. Sorry, it's just started raining, so if you can hear that, I'm sorry. But so yeah, for the next few days I was very sore. I could barely walk because, oh yeah, other than my chest, my knees kind of were hurting from just the impact. I think especially my right knee, because I went to hit the brake and then I hit the car, and it just, I think from the impact, like my knee just got really banged up, and there's a scratch on it, so I must have hit it on the dash somewhere. I don't even know what happened, but it was like hard to walk because of that. Hard to walk because apparently you use your chest muscles when you walk too. Like, you use your chest muscles for so many things that I didn't realize. So it was just, yeah, hard to walk, hard to get around. The first night I slept on the couch because I couldn't go up the stairs. At the hospital they had to like wheel me out to the car and all that because like walking was just hard. And so for the next few days they told me it was going to get worse before it got better, and it did. It got worse. Like I said, I couldn't walk too much. I literally like stayed on the couch all day, and I took the next 2 days off of work. Adam stayed too so that he could help me. He could get me food, he could help me to the bathroom, like whatever I needed. That's basically what those 2 days were. It's just laying on the couch, answering phone calls from the insurance companies, figuring all that stuff out. We did have to go to the police station on Wednesday, the day after the crash. We had to go there and request a police report, and then on Thursday we had to go back and pick up the police report. And just driving down the road those 2 days was so hard because first of all, they're doing construction like on our, like near our house and everything, so it was really bumpy, and Adam's truck on top of that is like really, really bumpy. So just with all the pain I was in and going over those bumps and just driving, it was so painful. But we had to go to the police department. So yeah, and then after getting the police report, we learned a lot more of the details that I wasn't sure of or didn't know beforehand, such as the lady who was driving and pulled out in front of me was intoxicated. She and her friend that were in the car were just at the restaurant and had some drinks, and she decided she thought she was okay to drive when she really wasn't. That's why part of the reason that she pulled out in front of me was she was just not thinking straight. On top of that, a witness saw her taking breath mints before the cop showed up because she was trying to cover up the fact that she was drunk, and when the cops were talking to her, she was slurring her words, so it was very obvious that she was drunk. And I guess after they examined her and everything in the ambulance, she was arrested. I didn't find that out until after we got the police report. Also in the police report were a lot more pictures, so I saw more of like my car and what it looked like, and then her car and all that, and it was just crazy to see. Also on Thursday, 2 days after the accident, again it's raining harder now, so I'm sorry if it's just too loud, but 2 days after the accident, after we got the police report and all that, we had to go to the towing company that picked up my car and get all the stuff out of the car so that the insurance could go and take my car so that they could inspect it. We get to the towing company and we clean out my car, and I took a video of myself walking up to the car.
There's only this key.
Yeah, I only had one key.
Huh?
I only had one key.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't see the other spare keys on your thing.
Oh, you mean my mailbox key?
Yeah.
And yeah, that was just weird because that was like my final like goodbye to my car, I guess. Like, I don't know. It's so sad because I loved that car. And like my whole plan for that night was to film a video giving my car the best day of its life, to get a car wash, to get my oil changed, like everything. And I named my car and all that. And like for that to happen, literally on that night that I was going to film that video, like it's just insane. And like now that car is gone and it's so weird. It was a good car. I was gonna, for the video, I was gonna like sit in my car and be like, this car and I have so many good memories, and I was just gonna like, I don't know, talk about our memories and really like had one memory I could think of, but it's just so weird that that happened. I'm just so grateful it wasn't any worse. Like I could have, if I wasn't wearing my seatbelt, it would have been really, really bad. And sorry, there was like a guy walking by and he just stopped next to my car. But yeah, if I wasn't wearing my seatbelt, it would have been much worse. If that lady hadn't hit me, she could have drove off and hit somebody else head on. It could have been so much worse. So I'm so grateful that it wasn't, and that I'm still here. So yeah, that was my Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday I went back to work, and it was okay. It was a long day for me just because like just sitting up and like moving around was like hard still, but it was fine. And then after work we went to pick up a car rental because the other lady's insurance is paying for a rental. So we went to pick up the rental, and I had to drive it home, and that was my first time driving since the accident, and it was scary to me. I drove pretty slow. Also, like during all of this, I had like family coming into town because on Sunday was my bridal shower. So I had both my grandmas coming into town, and then Friday night my friend Hannah came, and she came to stay with us. So yeah, while all this is going on, I'm trying to like spend time with my family and my friend. It was, yeah, it's been a crazy week. It's now Tuesday, officially a week since it happened, and it feels weird. Like I had to drive, today was the first day I drove to work without Adam because again, he has basketball, and it was a little scary. I'm very anxious driving now, and I just like don't trust anyone else on the road. I didn't trust anyone to begin with, and now I really don't trust anybody. So anytime someone's like pulling up to a stop sign to like wait for me to pass, I like get really nervous and like start hitting the brakes. I think I might have a little bit PTSD from that. I don't know what else to say. I feel like I had a lot more to say, but that's basically what happened. I got into a car accident, didn't get to film the video I thought I was gonna film for this week, but other than that, my bridal shower was so much fun. It was so nice because like Rachel and my mom and like Crystal and some of the other bridesmaids like helped plan it all, and they wouldn't tell me anything about it, so it was like a huge surprise for me as well as the guests that came, and it was so much fun, and it turned out to be so cute. I might have some pictures that I can put up here that my mom took of like the food table and all that, and like pictures with family and everything. Like, it was just so much fun and good to see everyone after the accident and just have some fun. And it was kind of sad because like I couldn't really hug people like too much because my chest still hurt. It still hurts today. Like today it's better, but if I move a certain way or move too quickly or something, it hurts. Even like when I try to sleep on my side, like just to move around in the bed, it like hurts really bad. But I'm definitely getting better, like way better. I can actually walk now, which is good. But yeah, it's been a crazy week, but I am very blessed to still be here, to still be okay, that my injuries weren't worse. I'm just glad that the other people were okay and that their insurance is taking care of everything. I don't have to worry about anything. Adam and I were planning on getting a new car by the end of this year anyways, so now we're just doing that sooner than we thought. But yeah, like I said, you can kind of see the bruise here. I'm sorry if you get grossed out by stuff like this. It's really not, oh my goodness. It's actually, it looks way better than it did the day of, and like even this morning it looks better than then. But yeah, I got like this nice like cut, bruise, scrape, I don't know. And it's funny because this is actually from the Ford symbol on my steering wheel. When the airbag burst open, it hit my arm. So like, I don't know if you can tell or if you can even see it right now because it's kind of starting to heal, but it's like shaped like half of the Ford symbol. That was it. And there's someone pulling up next to me, so I'm gonna stop talking for a second and look at my phone. I think they're checking their mail now. Yep. Just gonna sit here. Oh, ow. See, it like hurts to like turn my head that way. And there she goes. Okay. Anyways, that's pretty much it. I think I covered everything that I wanted to cover. It's been a lot. It's been a long week, but hopefully driving gets easier and easier and I get less and less anxious as time goes on. Guys, be careful driving. Don't drink and drive. It's not fun. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video and my story. I'll keep you guys updated on the new car and all that as things progress. Right now we're just waiting for the insurance people to inspect my car and decide whether or not it's totaled, but as you saw in those pictures, it's totaled. So we're just waiting to find out how much we're going to be getting for my car, and then we'll figure out what car we're going to get. So I'll keep you guys updated on that. My next video will probably end up being like, I bought a new car or something like that. I don't know. Other than that, this weekend, Adam and I are going camping, so maybe I'll do another camping video if you guys like that. Thanks for watching. I always ramble at the end of my videos. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Feel free to like and comment, subscribe if you want to, and follow me on my social media. All of that's linked down in the description. But again, I'm rambling, so I'm just gonna say bye. Bye!